Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, how you doing and what are you getting into? My name is Alina Brown. For those of you who don't know me, I work with women to help them empower, enhance, and execute on ideas they have in life and in business. I'm called to the women, but there's some men that come on here and share it with their wives and their girlfriends and their friends. So mainly my message is always usually to the women. Hello, look at my little sister. I'm gonna get some codes for you. I am. I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna go to some type of meeting. I'm gonna figure out how to get the URL so I can get a code. So when people get my book, they'll you'll get credit for that, sis. I haven't forgot about you. I love you, and thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting me, my little sister. I appreciate that. So today is Feel Me. F-I-L-L-E. F-I-L-L. Feel Me. So feel, to fill up, to make full, to make full, to make full. And it's called Feel Me. And to thine own self be true is what I said. Well, I noticed that I talk with a lot of men, and I used to cut men hair way, 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 way back in the day. I used to do that, and I did it again in 2000, I think 8 or something like that. No, 2011 or 12 or something. When I went to Fresno, I did do that just to keep me afloat. But that was my profession back in the 90s and the 80s. From the 80s, that's what I did. But I noticed that talking with a lot of men, men are always so comfortable in their own skin and who they are and what they think that they're made to be. They usually represent the masculinity. They represent the ideology. They represent, no matter how their bodies look or whatever, they feel comfortable in their own skin. So today I want to talk about, hey, peace and blessings to Alicia. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you guys for the hearts. Just go ahead and just like and share. Please share the video because you can probably help or inspire, influence for somebody for good. So it's called Feel Me. To thine own self be true. And so I noticed that men have no qualms. A man can have a big fat beer belly and go right on the beach like it's nothing. But a woman will be like, oh, my stretch marks, oh, my butt, oh, my hair, oh, my this. We have so many issues about our self-confidence, of our self-image, our bodies, how we present ourselves. We usually are trying to always fit into somebody else's mode of who we should be. Some people be like, oh, you're too much. Oh, your personality's too much. Oh, I don't like your perfume. Oh, why you wear dresses a lot. Oh, why you got on that lipstick. So I see women a lot of times will dissect little parts of ourself, our personality, our speech, our enthusiasm, so we can fit into somebody else's opinion of who they think we are or who they think we should be. Society has put that upon women as little girls. Like, why are you saying that? Why are you doing that? Ladies don't say that. Ladies can't be this way. And men, they can walk out and say, oh, look at that girl with them shorts on. She knows she too big. But the man with the beer belly, they don't say nothing about him. Okay? Or a man can have a bald head, receding at 20-something years old, they don't say nothing. The woman go be like, look at her hair. She ain't got no edges. Now, you know them edges look a mess. So the point I'm making is that it seems like women, we fit into little molds, to someone else's mold of who they think we are. So my today's subject is Feel Me, F-I-L-L me, and to thy own self be true. When I talk with women, sometimes they've actually changed their personality to align with a particular man so that they can fit into that relationship. Let me say this again. Some women, all right, sis. She said, that's right, men, not a male. Just because they have that gender, just because you are a male does not make you man. That's true, sis. So, they've changed who they really were from the core of who God made them to be so that they can fit into a relationship or so they can fit into the align with that man. And they lose the sight of who they are. And so when I was looking at the word fulfillment and being filled, and I was saying, I can work until I drop because most of the things I do, I love doing them. And I think that's a blessing, because when I was selling at so-and-so place, I loved it. And when I was over at so-and-so place, I loved that. When I was doing mortgages, I loved it. At the time that I was cutting hair, I really enjoyed it. What I'm saying is that if we operate within our own capacity and capabilities, then when the life puts a demand on us and calls for us to show up, we are filled. We have so much to give because we're full of knowledge, wisdom, information, because we are operating in the space in which God put us to be in at that particular time. So I'm not talking about a company or person or business. I'm talking about your calling. So if you're called to impact, enhance, and change and inspire, I feel like I'm called to impact the life of every woman I touch. And so if I'm called to make a difference, if I'm called to impact the life of everyone I touch, so everything I should do is going to put a demand that I show up and help somebody. It's going to put a demand that I show up and solve this problem. And so I have it within me because life is asking of me what I have in me to give. But so many of us women are giving what we don't have in us because we're being who we're not. We're giving what we don't have in us because we're being who we are not. So if God calls you to be an exhorter or an encourager or an inspiration or whatever he called you to be, and you are working in the capacity of something else, and then they make demands on you as a tech person or demand on you as an engineer, but yet you're supposed to be influencing people in another capacity, you're going to feel cheated. You're not going to feel good, have headaches in your body, your physical, your mental. You don't know who you are. And so you're not operating at full capacity, and you cannot meet the demands of that particular problem because you ain't even called to it. And the reason why you over there is because you're trying to fit in and be where you're not supposed to be because you being something that you're not called to be. And I come across so many women. I asked a woman one day, I said, why are you a nurse? She said, Lord, these people get on my nerve. And I said, they really said, oh, yes, my head just be hurt. Whoo! If I see another pharmacist or another problem, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I said, Jesus, well, how much long do you have on your shift? And she said, oh, Lord, I'm just getting started. I said, woo, Jesus, Lord, I'm so glad I'm not sick. And she started laughing. I said, well, why is you a nurse? She said, I didn't want to be a nurse. I wanted to be in the arts. And she could spit out poetry. She can do English. She said, I majored in English, and my mama kept complaining about I can't make no money, So I just took my science classes and went on and finished and got my prerequisites as a nurse. And I've made a lot of money. She said, but I'm most miserable. I would prefer to be working with teenagers. And so she lit up when she talked about that. English is her thing. Caring for other people is not her thing. So when life is making demands on her to fill prescriptions, to go help that person, to put in the IV, to go teach somebody, she's already upset. She doesn't have the full capacity to give from that dimension. It's her profession. She knows it, but that's not what she needs to be doing. Because she fulfills somebody else's dream of who they thought that she should be. And so her mother is living vicariously through her. I said, girl, you need to quit and go right on back and start teaching them kids if that's what you're most happy doing. And so she said, I think I'm going to do that. She said, my house paid off and I don't really have a lot of bills. She said, I think I would love to just walk away tomorrow and do that. And I said to myself, well, why do we feel like as women that we have to please other people to the point where we don't even have what it takes to do what we're doing at the place that we're doing it in, just because we are not being who God has made us to be? Whew. And that's something. I've had women actually tell me I wasn't like this 5 years ago or 6 years ago. I met Bucky. And when I met Bucky said he didn't like women to say this. So I started talking this way so I can be with Bucky. Oh, really? Okay, so well who am I talking to right now? So I think that's why a lot of times women get sick and they get breast cancer. They get all these things happening to them because they don't really, life is placing a demand on them that they do not have the tools to fulfill. Life is going to ask things of you. But what life is going to ask of you is what is within you. So if it's within me to encourage and to inspire, to enhance, to influence women, then that's when those problems come up and life is demanding that I do that, I'm filled up. I'm filled. I have it within me to meet that demand. But if I'm operating in the capacity that I'm not called to operate in, then all it brings is frustration, anger, problems, headaches. I'm upset. I'm miserable. My misery got misery. When I can't meet the demands of the place, the position that I've actually moved into, because that's not who I am and that's not where I'm supposed to be. And I hope this will resonate with some women, because I meet a lot of women who have changed to fit into a mold to be with a man, to be at a particular job or particular profession, or to be in a particular place that they do not have what's in them to actually fulfill what they need to do. Your fulfillment will fulfill you when you are filled up with the power within you to do what you're called to do. You get fulfilled from the feeling inside of you. The filling up inside of you fulfills you. So the more I encourage people, the more the life demands on me to encourage, to influence, to inspire, to help, to enhance, to solve a problem for a business, or to solve a problem, or to do this. Now I'm excited, and I get more excited and more energized and more enthusiastic, because that's the capacity in which I am to be. But people have told me before, don't say that. Ooh, don't act like that. Don't be this way, Alina. Don't talk. Ooh, just ooh. I told somebody not too long ago, I said, really, I'm shy. In order for me to call you out on something, I have to exert something in me. I have to overlook certain parts of me to do that. I don't like doing that. And really, I'm really just shy. And I like being to myself. I like being by myself, but I come on here like it's nothing. But I'll be sweating before I come on here. People don't realize. People think, oh, you just flow. They don't know there's some things that people go through. I look like I'm an extrovert, but get me in a crowd of 500, 600 people, or 50 people, or 5 people, or 10 people, and I'm quiet. I am a talker. Give me with Erica Watson, that's my cousin. Grew up with her like she's my little sister. Give me around Cynthia, I won't be able to stop. I know that's my little sister. Give me around my children. We laugh and giggle, we talk. Now you take me to a women's conference and see how much I got to say. Nothing. I won't go to lunch with people I don't know. I won't go eat with them. I'll be off to myself reading a book. People are shocked. Go on a trip with me, get on the plane. You on the train plane with me for 4 or 5 hours. I'm not going to talk you to death. Now, if you my best friend, we're going to be chopping it up. But if you just somebody I'll talk to here and there, I'll be quiet, I'll be reading, I'll be in my own world. That's who I really am. She said one of the job titles we have is a helper, and that's not just for her husband, but to who God sends us to. This is crazy, because I was speaking with a sister about going live about this very topic. Oh, praise God, praise to the Most High. And she said it's a helper, not just for her husband, but to who God sends us to. Well, I believe that a lot of capacities we begin to operate in, God ain't sent us. We didn't win on our own. There's some people who are sent, and there's some people who just go. There's some people who are called. There's some people who didn't get no kind of calling to go to do nothing. So this is not about this call today on this live. because my little sister wrote that, was definitely for women. I am a woman speaking to women about women things. Let us know ourselves. Let us be filled with the fulfillment of who we really are. And to thy own self, let's be true. Let's not try to fit into the molds and pieces of what other people have respect of us. But let us try to please whatever the Most High wants us to do and be. And whoever your real personality is, let that shine, because that's your light. Somebody needs your light. Somebody needs you to show up as you. Somebody needs your laughter, your smile. Somebody needs your lightheartedness. Somebody needs your femininity, your playfulness. Somebody needs the real you so that they can be free within them, so that they can be released to do what the Most High has called them to do. But if you are fake and you gonna bring more fakeness to you, to thy own self be true. Feel me. And let me live in place and in the capacity in which my fulfillment is equipped for. Peace and blessings. Like and share. Like and share. Like and share. Tell a friend. See you later.